Yangyang Xuanling is finally here, and she is an insane havoc damage main DPS who can deal a lot of burst damage in a very short amount of time. She is the best girl mascot of Wuthering Waves, so today's video is a quick guide on how to play Yangyang Xuanling. And if you're like me and running low on Lunites, then you'll definitely want to check out EnjoyGM. It's a top-up platform that I've been using lately, and they've got some of the best prices for in-game currency, especially for Wuthering Waves, with discounts of up to 20% off. So click the link below now and claim an extra 8% off coupon for new users. That could bring the 6/480 pack down to around 81 USD. It's super easy to use too. Just enter your UID and server, and your Lunites show up in minutes. No logins, no complicated steps, no hassle. EnjoyGM is also PCI DSS certified, and their Wuthering Waves reviews are seriously solid. I've tested it myself, and it's safe, legit, and honestly just a really easy way to save some money if you're topping up anyway. So if you want to stock up on Lunites before the new banner drops, click the link in the description or pinned comment, and start saving with EnjoyGM. Thanks to EnjoyGM for sponsoring this video. Yangyang is a Havoc Sword main DPS who scales of attack and heavy attack damage. Her overall kit revolves around her two stances, Azure Sword stance and Feather Sword stance, and these are indicated by the different fort circuits above her HP bar. You can easily switch between these stances via her resonance skill. Even though it may sound complicated having to deal with two different forts, they essentially act the same except for the enhanced heavy attack, which we'll get to later. So going over her first fort, or base fort, Azure Sword stance, she starts with 100 points of melody and will typically be full per rotation. In order for a kit to function, you need to deplete the melody gauge. You can do this by dodging after certain skills, which uses 50 points, or just by basic or heavy attacking until the gauge is fully depleted. When you use all the melody points of Fort 1, you can cast her enhanced resonance skill, which will switch stance to the second fort, Feather Sword stance. You'll also refill 100 points of melody and gain 1 Azure Plume point, as indicated on the fort bar. In the second fort, you'll need to get 2 Azure Plume points. You can do this via Intro skill, Enhanced Resonance skill, or Liberation. When you have 2 Azure Plumes, you can unlock her Enhanced Heavy Attack, and this is where what form is important. In her Fort 1, Azure Sword stance, her Enhanced Heavy summons a massive cyclone in front of her and deals a lot of damage, while also consuming the 2 Azure Plumes. Consuming these plumes, she also increases the crit damage of this attack by 160%, which can be triggered every 25 seconds. In her second fort, Feather Sword stance, she also summons the Cyclone, but also follows up with a massive damage air combo with her birds. This heavy also gains a 160% crit damage bonus. Now Yangyang's Liberation, Hush of 1,000 Voices, is very simple as it consumes all melody and restores 1 Azure Plume. You also summon a Yangyang Shadow that deals 338% of her attack during this animation. Her Intro skill deals damage and restores 1 point of Azure Plume. Now this is key for her rotations. Her Astro skill deals 300% of her attack as damage, and gives all resonators 20% Havoc damage amp when they inflict Havoc Bane. Yangyang has 2 different inherent skills, which each give her bonus damage. Inherent skill 1, Unbroken Vow, gives her 10% damage amp for each stack of Havoc Bane on the enemy, up to 30%. If an enemy has 4 to 6 stacks of Havoc Bane, however, she gains 12% damage amp, up to 36%. Her inherent skill 2, One Life, One Blade, is another Xuanling summon, which is a different one to her Resonance Liberation. After Liberation, Yangyang raises the Havoc Bane stacks to max. When other resonators in the team inflict Havoc Bane, she gains 1 stack of Windbound up to 6 stacks. At max stacks, she uses her Enhanced Resonance skill to summon her Shadow and apply 6 stacks of Havoc Bane, refreshing the debuff. I should also mention that Havoc Bane reduces the target's defense by 2% per stack. At default, Havoc Bane maxes out at 3 stacks, but with Chisa, she can also increase the limit to 6 stacks. So that means for teams, you definitely want Chisa, as she is a reliable way to increase Havoc Bane stacks, but also apply them, which is core to Yangyang's kit as well. For other team members, it is quite flexible, but heavy attack buffers or general attack buffers will be most useful. Rebecca, Iuno, or Matefi are the ones that come to mind. But also keep in mind that Sui Sui will most likely be a great team member for her sister, but I will cover that in the Sui Sui guide when she releases. Now moving on to her basic rotations. The idea is to ensure you get off 2 enhanced heavy attacks per rotation, as this is where most of her damage comes from. She is very easy to use, but can also be utilized in a quick SWAT team for 3 enhanced heavy attacks. This is a bit more complicated and I won't be covering that in this video, as 2 enhanced heavies is really all you need to clear all endgame content. So you want to start with your support buffs and intro into Yangyang. Then after intro, spend her melody by basic attacking. Then once melody is all spent, use her enhanced resonance skill to switch into Feather stance. And at this stage, you will have 2 stacks of Azure Plume. You then want to use her enhanced heavy into bird attack. Once this is finished, immediately echo into Liberation to spend all melody again and gain 1 stack of Azure Plume. Back into Enhanced Heavy skill and then Enhanced Heavy Cyclone attack. Then you can outro and repeat the rotation. For echoes, you want the 5-piece Song of Feather Trace in a 4-3-3-1-1 setup, with 4 cost 1000 Papa Pavilion and crit damage if you have Signature or any other crit rate swords. Then you want 2 Havoc damage bonus 3 costs, and then 2 attack percent 1 cost. For subs, it is your typical crit rate crit damage, attack percent or flat attack, and then heavy attack damage bonus. Yang also wants a little bit of energy regen in order to ensure smoother rotations. Around the 15 to 20% mark is good enough, so about 2 substat rolls. For weapons, Azure Oath is her best in slot, followed by other crit rate swords like Chuyan's Sword or Emerald of Genesis. Alright, that's it for the guide on how to play Yangyang Xuanling. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more Wuthering Waves content. Thanks for watching and have fun with our Wuthering Waves queen, Yang Yang. I'll catch you guys in the next video.